My name is Areej Abdi. I'm a printmaker. I went to Surrey University and I practiced printmaking and photography. So I'm a secondary teacher. I teach in schools, I run workshops, I am part of an art school as well. So I was given this amazing opportunity by South Hill Park when they spoke to me about the Healthy Lifestyle Project and how they wanted sort of me to go into the classroom, year threes, and facilitate workshops around healthy eating. The idea that I had, or the ideas that I had about the workshops were more around introducing young people to different artists that perhaps they would never hear of. Yeah, they probably would never even learn about maybe at this age. And the artists that I chose were artists that had actually also used food or had used fruit and vegetables, or had used some sort of healthy items in their work. So, for example, there was a project on Picasso and his plate of fish and lemon, and so the year threes, they did a whole painting session on creating that sort of piece that he had originally sort of painted and was inspired by Picasso. We looked at Andy Warhol and his screen prints, and we did a lino session, lino cutting, and were inspired by his screen prints of very bright colors. So most of the artists that I chose were all related to food. We did some mud rock, we did some lino, we did painting, we did some drawing, we did some face drawings of with fruit and vegetables, which was lovely. And so the thought was to actually give the opportunity to the children to create art and to introduce them to artists that they may never ever hear of and get to know. While developing these workshops, in the back of my mind, I was very keen for them to learn about, eating healthily, healthy lifestyle, the whole sort of social issue around keeping well, keeping healthy. So within the sessions, the workshops themselves, there would be a discussion about, the fruit or the vegetables. There'd be drawing. There was a lot of drawing. There was a lot of looking. There was observing. There was actually fruits and vegetables were brought in, and the children had the opportunity to look at them, to smell them, to touch them. Very important that they had this tactile session where they could actually observe, the actual fruit and veg, because a lot of these children perhaps wouldn't have the opportunity to see some of these vegetables, even sort of draw them maybe. So for me, it was very much, introducing children who might not have that opportunity, but also to give them, to incorporate drawing, painting, sculpture, lino, and reminding them that this is all about healthy eating. This is all about keeping well. It's all about looking after yourself, and not just now, but for the years to come as adults as well. So the work that children have created is quite diverse. There's quite a lot of different techniques involved. We looked at Yayoi Kusama, we looked at Andy Warhol's pop art, and we looked at Picasso and a artist called Giuseppe Archibaldo. They created pieces that were three-dimensional, two-dimensional. My work, in a way, complements their work in regards to looking at fruit and vegetables in a more minute way, looking at the cells, looking at how, the food that we eat, how it affects us, that they're little worlds inside an apple, there's layers inside an onion. And for me, it's to show the children that their work is very beautiful, and it's been inspired by these amazing, great artists. But actually, if you zoom into a fruit or a vegetable, that's also a piece of art as well. You're also can create an amazing piece of abstract art by looking at cells of fruit or looking at a potato cell and you know, and magnifying it and then putting it on a print. So I'll be working with photopolymer and with a cyanotype, and hopefully also be an installation piece as well around cells. As this project comes to an end, and it's been an amazing and a fantastic project, so I really do hope that the children will sort of take on board everything that they've learned when it comes to creating art and using different techniques, but also in learning and remembering, how to keep fit, how to keep healthy, right sort of healthy choices, as in the 5 a day, and looking at their plate of food and thinking, okay, I'm making the right decision. So I hope this project really does focus their minds on that. One of the things that we did do on the very last day, the children were asked to write words on a little piece of foam and to design an image or to draw something that really made an impact on them. And some of the pieces that the children drew and what they wrote was really meaningful and quite powerful. So I'm hoping that exercise of drawing, writing will stay with them, and they will remember all the things that they created and the meaning behind the artwork that they produced as well.